Hey, what's up guys, Electro here, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Car Mechanic Simulator, the Complete Edition 2014. Now this is probably going to be really strange. Why are we playing Car Mechanic Simulator 2014? Well, I did play this back a little while ago, I only did one episode of it, and I did see today that Train Mechanic Simulator 2017 is coming out in April, and because of that I think we need to rush through this and the three other mechanic simulator games that I do have on PC. So we've got Car Mechanic Simulator 2015, we've got Farm Mechanic Simulator, and we also have Truck Mechanic Simulator. So the challenge I'm throwing down is, can I get through all of those four games before Train Simulator 2017 comes out in April? Well, you know what, we're going to give it a good go, so let's jump in. So we're going to go and create a profile. We'll just call it Electro. We'll hit save and save again, and we are good to go. So we do have some add-ons. I've got the quarter mile add-on and I've got the 4x4 add-on, and we're going to go into career mode because I don't want to go into endless because that will be too long. Okay, so we can use WAS and D to walk around. We need to go up to the radio and left click to turn it on. Whoa. I remember how wildly sensitive this mouse can be in a game like this. So can I turn the mouse down? Now we go over to the car lifter. We can put the car up and down. How cool would it be to have one of these in your garage? Okay, first job is we're going to replace some brake discs and we're going to check the... oh, sorry, replace the front brake pads and we're going to check the front brake discs. So if we replace the brake pads, we can go to the PC and buy 4 new brake pads. 2 sets. We want to go to the car parts shop and we're going to look for brake pads. 2, 3, 4. Now we want to have a look at the wheel. We'll take the bolts out and we can then remove the wheel. There we go. Now we can have a look at this. Let's have a look at the condition. Well, we want to take these off anyway. And then we can remove the pads. 1. So damn sensitive. Come on. 2. Okay, so we want to put the new one back on. We want to assemble the part. We put the brake disc back on because it was at 60%, that's fine. We're going to put the new pads back on. And there we go, 2. Now, we need to go to examine mode. So how do we do that? Examine conditions, okay. Well, that was at 60%. So we knew that anyway because I could see it from the first time we took the pads off. Wheel can go back on. And we can do the bolts back up. We're going to do these in our opposite motion if we can. Three and 4. We are done there. And we can walk around to the other side. We'll do exactly the same. I need to have a look at this sensitivity because this is doing my head in. No. Okay. Well, we'll have to look at options in a minute. 3 and 4. And the wheel comes off. Let's have a look at the disc. This is coming off. One, 2. No, we didn't want to do that. We want to put the disc back on, and then we want and then we want to examine it. So it's 63% that one. No, I don't want to put that back on. And 4. Do these bolts up, and then we are nearly done for that job. The wheel goes back on. Do that cross pattern. How much easier this would be with an airline. And we are done. So we can now go to our repair order and we can show it as repaired. Yes, we're done. That's the first mission out of the way. Okay, this time round we are looking for replacing an air filter, oil filter and a fuel filter. So, seems fairly straightforward. Is there a way of me changing some options? Can I do them on the computer? I think I might be able to. No, I can't. Okay, well, we'll have a look at that in a bit. We'll do the oil filter or air filter first, actually, which is in here. And we need to remove. Okay. Well, we need to remove that first. Never done that on my car before. So we've got 4 bolts to take off the airflow sensor here. And then we can remove the bolts for the air filter cover. So this is designed to keep the air filter nice and clean on top. And obviously the air comes in from outside somewhere here, up through the filter, and obviously filters out all the crap from outside, and then that releases fresh, clean air into the engine. So we want to remove that. We do, however, need to go and get a new air filter, oil filter and fuel filter. So we need an air filter, yes. We need a oil filter and a fuel filter. Fuel filter, yes. And just an oil filter now, so we're going right down to O. There we go. I have some stuff to sell in a minute. We'll have a look over here. I'm going to put the new air filter back in. Put the air filter cover back. Do our 4 bolts up. A lovely clean air filter in there now. This must be maybe a 2-yearly service. You wouldn't do this every 6 months or every year. Certainly on my car you wouldn't anyway. Although I tend to do it every year. Because you know what, air filters are cheap and it doesn't really matter, does it? Okay. we now, I'm going to suggest, need to raise the car up because the other two things are going to be underneath. Oil filter is normally here somewhere. There's the exhaust. Okay, let's go do the fuel filter first then. Which again I can't seem to find. Ah, there we go. Right on top of the that was right on top of the fuel tank. Okay, so that's that done. Just need to find that oil filter now. You know what, I think we may have to do that from the top. So we'll release the car down. And we'll have a look here. Normally be around the back. It would oh, there it is. I can see it. It's right in front of my eyes. Take the dirty old fuel filter out. We can put the new one back in. Put the cap back on. And we are done. Repaired, yes, good. Okay, on to the next one. Okay, now we've got to perform a test drive and replace all the worn out parts, so we're getting a little bit more complicated. We want to go and test drive. I think we go over here to do that, yes. Yes, we do. We then break in this box up here. It's a very meaty car. Doesn't sound anything like this van probably should sound. Well, it's got to be the meatiest van sound in the world. I wonder what sort of engine's in that. So we need to have a look at what parts need to be replaced. So we've done our test drive. So this is red. Yep, nothing. There's no issues at the back as far as I can see. And at the front we had issues with the drop links, which are there. I think that might have been it, but maybe got some tie rod ends as well that we need to do. So let's pop the car back down. Ultimately you'd end up doing this on the jack on the floor. We need to remove the tyre. Again, let's get rid of our bolts. Don't actually think we need to. I keep thinking I can right click and turn, but I can't. Yeah, we've got a tie rod end to do and the drop link to do. I think that is it. I think thinking I can right click and spin round and I can't. Yeah, that's it for that side. Let's go over to the other. Get all these bolts out. So I wonder if you guys have seen my summer car, which is kind of like... Do we need to do pads as well? I'm sure that we do. No, it's just telling me I need to remove the thingy first. And we've only got a drop link on this side to do. So yeah, my summer car, we can build an entire engine from scratch. It's probably coming up on the channel because I see quite a lot of other people are playing it. I just want to give that a bash. So I need one tie rod end and I need 2 drop links. I don't know what they're going to be called on here. In England they'd certainly be called a tie rod end and a drop link. Wasn't an inner tie rod, it would be an outer tie rod then. So I need one of them, yep. And I need 2 drop links, but they're not going to be called drop links on this. Well, they're suspension something. Sway bars. Yeah, I need left and I need right. How do I sell stuff? Because I've got a load of crap I want to sell. You know what, I think we go to this, don't we? Yep. Why you'd sell a crappy used brake pad, I don't know. And a crappy used fuel filter, they're worth absolutely nothing. We use the sway bar, the tie rod. I should have one, yeah, and then the 2 wheels to do, and the bolts to go back on, so good. No. No. I want to put back on, that's what. Yep. 1, 2. Do the 70 on this side. Okay, 1 wheel done. We want to put stuff back on again. go. Yep. Pop these 2 bolts on. I think this will probably be it. Certainly that's all that appeared to be needed. Ah, no, we need to do the tie rod. Right, now we can do the wheel. 63 on this side. And we are job done, I think. Yes, so we've performed a test drive and we've replaced all the worn out parts, repaired. Job done. Okay, perform an OBD scan. That's an onboard diagnostic scan. We're going to do that from within the cockpit. I don't know which side the OBD port is going to be on. It's normally on the driver's side, so we'll have a look. There we go, yes. OBD reader. 300 Pro, system initiating, reading EEPROM. 2560 100, checking errors, finalising, and then it should say done. Normally the error would come up on the screen. So now we can probably see what is wrong with the car. If I do this and show and hide part conditions. No. Normally this would then tell me what the problem is. Well, do you know what? Maybe we just need to do the OBD scan and there was nothing wrong. Ah, do you know what? That's exactly what we needed to do. Yeah, everything's working. Repair the starter on this one. Okay, that's relatively straightforward. As long as we can find out where the starter is on the engine. Normally they're on the back. Somewhere sort of here. Yeah, that'll be it. So we want to repair the starter. I'll just take that out. We can go over to... I think we had a repair bench, didn't we? Yes, we do. So... we can repair that one for 91, and you would do that with a starter motor rather than getting a brand new one because they are relatively, not that you can do this at home of course, you could if you were a starter motor repair person, but ultimately you can replace the brushes in them. So we want to pop that back on. Yes, we've got 100% now. Looks as good as new. We give it a good polish up as well, just so the customer's happy. They can see that we've done something, and we are good to go. Prepared to starter, done. $100 in the bank. And this will probably be the last mission for episode 1, but we need to perform a test drive and replace all of the damaged parts. So let's go and do that. Exactly the same sound as last time. So the van and the cars sound all similar. Test drive done. Okay, so we can now have a look at what the damaged components are. We'll have a quick look under the bonnet because that might show us something. Drop links and everything look good. Probably going to be at the back this time. So we will go and lift the car up. Did they give us any clue? Shifting gears is much harder than it should be. There's probably some... idiot! I should have looked. So we have a problem with the gearbox. So let's put this stuff back on. So yeah, gearbox. Told you can't see what the problem is from outside. We need to have a look on the inside, don't we? And not be an utter moron with it. Okay. Gearbox you can probably do from the ground. Put the wheel back on. Actually, idiot, I need to take the wheels off. Yeah, the wheels need to come off in order for me to get the drive shaft off. In order to get the drive shaft off, we need to remove that big bolt there. Go on to the other side. And I can remove the wheel from there. These two bolts. Brake caliper. Brake pads. And then we can remove the drive shaft. Right, now we can go and have a look at the gearbox. Starter motor. Because the starter motor goes into the flywheel and turns the engine over from scratch, which what starts your car. That's why it's called a starter motor. So we need to remove the bell housing cover now, which is off, and then we can have a look at removing that's called the clutch bearing or the thrust bearing. We've got the clutch plate cover, the pressure plate, and then we'll have the friction plate inside, which is the thing that's knackered, which is why we need to go and buy something. So you only need to buy the one thing for the clutch, which is the friction plate. Yes, we can sell the dodgy one. We've got a clutch release bearing to sell as well. Wow, the pressure plate is 72%. Can I repair the? I don't think you'll be going to be able to repair a bearing. No, that's fine. new pressure plate on. We'll put the friction plate back on. Sorry, the pressure plate back on. Friction plate went first. Do these bolts up. You would probably do them in a diagonal pattern, just to be safe. The new thrust bearing can go on, or the release bearing. Then the bell housing, which has got the gearbox built in. That's not proper English, is it? Built in. And we are nearly there. So that's everything for that end. I'll start so I can go back. So, I need to be by the wheels to do this, that's why. Yep. Brake disc, brake pads. Yep. Caliper. Bolts. And then finally the road wheel. And then we'll do the same the other side. The hood can go back down. And we'll check in the end we haven't got anything left. We need to put that in first. Caliper goes on. The pads. Yep, and then the caliper. The bolts. And we should be done with nothing left in our inventory. Ignition wires. I didn't put that back on, did I? That can be sold. We haven't put the car back together fully. Although we have repaired it. I wonder what would happen if we just decided to leave it. Well, the car wouldn't run for one. And they'd be back moaning, wouldn't they? So I suppose we better do a good job of it. Now we should be depleted, yes. Hood down, and we are done. Yes. Okay guys, well I'm going to call it quits there. That was episode 1 of Car Mechanic Simulator 2014. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe if you like the video, and be back for episode 2, which should be out in a day or two. And I'll catch you next time when we are back with more Car Mechanic Simulator. In the meantime, we will be back with another sim game, most likely Construction Sim 2015. Take care guys, bye for now.